I'm grateful to be here with passionate people who care about North Carolina veterans. We've earned our reputation as a state of the most military-friendly state in the country. That's because we know what a valuable resource we have in the men and women of our active military, their families, and our 720,000 veterans. It was great to get to appoint a Marine as my Secretary of Military and Veterans Affairs, and he hurrahs me a lot. But he is out working hard on behalf of our administration to make sure that our veterans are leading productive life, particularly as they transition back into civilian life from the military. I served as Attorney General for a number of years and worked closely with our military bases. Most of the merchants and business people around our military bases are great, and they give of themselves, and they are thankful for our military veterans. There were some, though, that would take advantage of them, particularly young men and women who are often away from home for the first time, earning their first paycheck. And as Attorney General, we came down hard on those scam artists, and we work on the military bases to educate active military about financial issues and buying cars and opening bank accounts and taking out loans. We need to continue those kinds of efforts. We also know that many in our active military who have served in North Carolina for some period of time and then who are transferred and serve across the world, many of them, when it's time to transition out of the military, they think about North Carolina. I really like that place. I'm going back. We want more of that because we know what a valuable resource our veterans can be. Discipline, smarts, understanding you got to be on time and you got to be responsible, leadership. These are all what we find in our veterans, and they provide amazing help for our workforce. I found that out as Attorney General when we hired former military people there. The same is true in the governor's office. And as I travel across North Carolina, talking to our business people, they say the same thing. But sometimes, because of the stresses of military service, because of potential mental illness or substance use disorder or other difficulties in transitioning, some of our veterans have a harder time coming back into civilian life. They have a harder time finding a job, getting health care, and, of course, what we're about today, finding a home. That should not be. Every one of you, I believe, everyone is resolved to making sure that not a single veteran in North Carolina is homeless. We can do that in North Carolina. There are so many communities and counties out there across our state who have made that vow, and they're working, trying to make that happen. But of course, we know that there are military veterans transitioning into civilian life every day. So it is a constant effort that is required. There's so many success stories, many sitting right here today. But we want this task force, this commission, to work to bring some of the best ideas together. Let's find solutions together. Let's identify sources of funding. Let's figure out the best ideas. Let's be a catalyst for other ideas. I said in the press conference earlier that we had seen some success. In the past year, a 14% decrease in veteran homelessness, and a 31% decrease since 2011. A lot of that is because of you and your individual efforts, and I thank you for that. But we know we cannot stop. And as I said earlier, my mission statement for North Carolina is simply this: I want a North Carolina where people are better educated, where they're healthier, where they have more money in their pockets, and they have the opportunities to live a more abundant and purposeful life. The third grade class that I told that to the other day really liked the more money in your pockets part of my mission statement. But it is about a more prosperous North Carolina. And we owe it to the men and women who have sacrificed everything to serve our country, to be willing to go to battle. And I am so grateful to them for my freedom, my ability to run for office, my ability to say what I want, my ability to do what I want. We all owe that freedom to these veterans. The very least we can do is to make sure that they have a home. Let's come up with some great ideas, and I'm going to have to cut back and head back to Raleigh, but I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I look forward to your report. I appreciate it. Thank you.